How American banks adapt to Basel III norms, a simplified analysis. The 2008 global financial crisis exposed critical weaknesses in the banking sector, prompting regulators worldwide to introduce stricter rules. Basel III, developed by the Basel Committee on Banking Supervision, emerged as a key framework to enhance bank stability. For American banks, adopting these norms has meant significant changes in capital reserves, liquidity management, and risk practices. This article explores how US banks navigate Basel III, the challenges they face, and the impact on their operations. What is Basel III? Basel III is a global regulatory standard designed to prevent another financial meltdown. Its three pillars are: 1. Higher capital requirements. Banks must hold more high-quality capital to absorb losses. 2. Liquidity rules. Ensure banks can survive short-term and long-term financial stress. 3. Leverage limits. Restrict excessive borrowing. The US implemented these rules through laws like the Dodd-Frank Act, 2010, often going beyond Basel III's minimums, especially for large banks. 1. Stricter capital requirements. Key rule: banks must maintain a minimum common equity tier 1, CET1, capital ratio, holding 4.5% of risk-weighted assets in CET1, like cash and stock, up from 2% under Basel II. The US applies a 7% CET1 requirement for large banks, including a 2.5% capital conservation buffer. Impact on US banks. JP Morgan Chase and Bank of America now hold CET1 ratios around 12 to 13%, well above requirements. Smaller banks face pressure to raise capital, sometimes reducing dividends or loans. Criticism: critics argue high capital limits reduce funds available for loans, slowing economic growth. However, proponents say it makes banks safer. 2. Liquidity rules, LCR and NSFR. Liquidity coverage ratio, LCR requires banks to hold enough cash or easy-to-sell assets to cover 30 days of outflows during a crisis. The US LCR matches Basel III's 100% minimum but applies it to more banks. Net stable funding ratio, NSFR ensures banks use stable funding, like deposits, for long-term loans. The US adopted NSFR in 2020, with stricter criteria for large banks. Impact: banks like Citigroup increased holdings of treasury bonds. Smaller banks struggle with compliance costs, leading some to merge. 3. Leverage ratios, going beyond Basel III. Basel III requires a 3% leverage ratio, capital versus total assets. The US introduced a supplementary leverage ratio, SLR. 5% for big banks, example Goldman Sachs. 6% for their FDIC-insured units. Why stricter? The 2008 crisis showed even low-risk assets, like mortgages, could fail. Higher SLRs limit reckless borrowing. Controversy: during COVID-19, the Fed temporarily relaxed SLR to boost lending, sparking debates about flexibility versus safety. 4. Stress testing, car and fast. The US uses 2 annual tests to check if banks can survive crisis. Dodd-Frank Act stress tests, FAST simulates severe recessions. Comprehensive capital analysis and review, CAR evaluates capital plans, including dividends. Outcome: banks like Wells Fargo have improved risk modeling. However, tests cost millions, burdening smaller banks. 5. Challenges for US banks. Costs: compliance requires hiring experts and upgrading systems. Small banks spend up to 10% of revenue on regulation. Profitability: higher capital reserves mean lower returns for shareholders. Competition: non-bank lenders, example fintechs, face fewer rules, undercutting traditional banks on loans. 6. Big versus small banks. Large banks have resources to comply but face the toughest rules. Some exploit loopholes, like shifting assets overseas. Community banks, exempt from some rules, example NSFR, but consolidation has reduced their numbers by 30% since 2010. 7. Recent changes and the future. Tailoring rules, 2019 the Fed categorized banks by size and risk, easing rules for those under $250 billion in assets. Basel III revisions, Basel IV, introduced in 2017, this includes an output floor to standardize risk calculations. The US is yet to fully adopt this, citing concerns about complexity. COVID-19 test, banks entered the pandemic with strong capital buffers, proving Basel III's effectiveness. However, loan defaults remain a lingering risk. Basel III has made American banks safer but also less profitable and agile. While large banks adapt relatively smoothly, smaller ones face existential challenges. Future reforms must balance safety with economic growth, ensuring rules don't stifle innovation. As the financial landscape evolves, example cryptocurrency, climate risks, Basel III will need updates, and US banks must stay prepared. Like and subscribe.